It is said that high-driven people are usually driven by some sort of trauma. I definitely have my share of trauma. I also believe that whatever trauma I have experienced, it has really made me who I am today. And I kind of like who I am today. So I don't know if I would choose to not go through what I've gone through in my life to get me where I am today. So it's all good. The American Fascist Academy, though, it is definitely a product of one of those traumas in my life. And the focus of the outcome of the goal of this business is driven by that, and really to help avoid others going through what I went through in my life. So you see, about 37 years ago, I opened a business. I was very young and I really did not know anything about business. However, I thought I did, and that's what gave me the courage to do so. However, within a year, my business had failed enough that I had to close it down before I became seriously into debt for other people. And I made that smart decision. At least I did make that smart decision. And at that point, I decided to get a job, to see what I could do in the meantime while I decided what to do with my life. And I was almost 22 years old. So one of the benefits is that I actually really started early on, and I learned this lesson early on. See, my first job in the franchise industry was as a pizza delivery driver. And I chose that job after closing my business because it was a job that in my mind, it was something easy to do. I would be in my car, I would drive around, listen to music. Everybody was happy to see me when I got there. So it was a perfect job until I decided what to do next. What I did not realize is that this was going to open the door into an industry that was going to teach me not only what I did not know and the reason why my business failed, but it was going to be a lifelong journey and career and a love affair with franchising and everything that came with it. And so I want to share in today's podcast what I found eventually was the reason why my first business failed. So first of all, my first business failed because not enough people were around that were willing to give me money in exchange for the product that I was selling. So automatically, that's the reason, one of the reasons why my business failed. Another reason why my business failed is that I did not have enough people that even knew I existed. So when you don't have enough people that, know you exist, they don't even have a chance to come and determine whether, my product was worth their money. And so as it is, it was a very small boutique. It was a product that was importing products and textiles from another country. And while I did have some customers, it was certainly not enough to pay the bills. And I did not know how to advertise the business so that more people would know that I existed and maybe had the chance of having the revenue. So brand awareness was like zero, right? And so that was a challenge. Also, another reason why my business failed is because I did not know how to read a profit and loss statement or interpret it or being able to make the best decisions for the business so that I can improve it. So not being able to read the profit and loss statement so that I would know what operationally I could have done to improve the results, that's one of the reasons my business failed. Another reason my business failed is because along with not being able to read a profit and loss statement, I did not know how to calculate my break-even point. Therefore, I did not know what it was going to take for me to be able to have enough sales to be able to cover the expenses and my salary, because obviously I needed to make a living out of that business. And so not knowing that break-even point, I had no goal, no specific objective of what I had to hit to be able to turn a profit. Also, I was saying that I didn't know how to market my business, but along with that, the little customers that I did have, I did not know how to price my product. When I would price my product, I was literally guessing as to what people would be willing to pay for the product, regardless of whether I was making profit or not out of that particular product. Not knowing how to price your product and therefore being able to have that gross profit that you need out of every product that you sell, obviously that's another reason why my business failed. My cost of goods, I have no idea what it was. Because again, I don't know how to read a profit and loss statement. I did not know how to price my products. I didn't even know what the cost of the products were in the first place. So as you can imagine, a big challenge. Now, labor cost was not an issue because I was the only employee. So that's the only reason why labor cost was not an issue, because if I thought that I could have had employees, which clearly not only did I not believe that I could, but on top of that, I didn't need it because I had so little volume that I was literally there every day. We were closed on Sunday, I believe. So I had one day off. The rest of the time, I just opened to close every single day in my business. And I was trying to make it a go. So labor, I guess, was not an issue, except that clearly what I needed to make out of the business was I was not making that because I was not having enough sales. Now, I was young, and not very educated when it comes to business management, but I had courage and I had the will to do what it takes to make it happen. Now, also, I was smart enough to close the business before it got worse. And so the great thing about it is that I understood something was missing from my business. And when I joined that first franchise organization, I was able to understand from almost the first couple of weeks, the difference between my business and that business, right? It's a pizza delivery company, Domino's. And as I was seeing that, and one of the things that was also very interesting is that as a company store, they actually had a lot of training, and the profit and loss statement, the P&L was taped to the wall, and I was reading the P&L, and I learned and understood that because the manager explained it to me, even as a pizza delivery driver. And I saw all the training that these managers and assistant managers receive to be able to properly and profitably run a store. And I was able to quickly understand the things that I was missing as a business owner. And that's really what attracted me to this franchise industry. The fact that it's all driven by obviously knowledge and understanding, but systems, processes, procedures, and clear policies that allow these businesses to be successful. Now, obviously, I have now been in this industry for over 37 years, and I have learned a lot in this journey that I have. And I also understand that if you are an entrepreneur, business owner, franchisee that is just starting in this journey, there are many ways for you to be able to capture this knowledge. Either you already brought it with you because you had a franchise or small business management experience, or maybe if your family or friend does and they have been generously sharing that information, or maybe you have joined one of these small companies so that you can observe through observation, like I did, learn how to manage it successfully. Another way is to reach out to mentors and coaches to help you in this journey. So I would like to, extend another option, and that is us here at the American Franchise Academy. The last 8 years, I have poured all of the knowledge and experience that I received from day one in that pizza delivery driver job through all my entire career in this industry into 3 very clear, defined, and professional training programs for people like you, for franchisees, for multi-unit leaders or district managers, and for unit managers or single unit franchisees looking for that knowledge on how to get this amazing brand that you invested in and or are running and responsible for, but how to apply the business management principles so that you can take the profitability out of the business that you run. So I want to invite you to take my pain, my experience of my failed business, and all of the knowledge and experience that I have acquired ever since then, and explore our programs to see if they're the ones that can help you achieve your business goals for your own franchise business. If you want to learn more, all you need to do is go to AmericanFranchiseAcademy.com and explore our website, where you can find all the information about the sources and the knowledge and the tools and the programs that we have to offer you. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.